Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where it is trial time. Yes! May 19th, 8:50 a.m. High Court of Crane. Yes! Ooh. That wasn't what I was expecting. It's complete chaos outside. To say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating for Dirk's freedom, taking a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial. They look about ready to string us up if we lose. Trials here are pretty much like the ones back home, but with one major difference. The divination seance. The victim's final memories will become a matter for deliberation. They've heard about that, but they haven't stopped you from winning your cases here in Kharain. True, but it wasn't easy. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent. Well, I know Dirk's innocent, but... I have one more big secret. Oh, yeah, that. Or you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. Yep. Because I believe in you. You're my son after all. Let's go! Dirk, what is that secret you're keeping?
Hey, AJ.
Ah, I got that one right.
Here you go, just like I promised.
We got the Founder's Orb back. Oh yeah, the Queen already knows the real name? Oh, but not her face, right? Thanks, Stats. Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday?
Yep, I spent the night in the slammer. I had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more could I ask for?
That actually sounds way better than where we're staying.
Yeah, just remember, AJ, if Dirk's found guilty today, well, I'll probably be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act, too.
Yeah, Nayata said something to that effect.
That which Garan wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution once and for all. The fate of the revolution and every Kharanese person rests on this trial. We're counting on you, AJ. No pressure, though.
We'll be fine. I'm going to win this one. You'll see. Trial will begin shortly, Apollo. Let's make our way into the courtroom.
Right.
Here we go. High Court. All right, let's do this. Day one. All right, so there's probably more than one day.
Let the trial of Dirk Satmati begin.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Majesty. Let's really come down to this. Well, don't expect me to hold anything back, Nayata.
This trial will examine both the murder of Justice Minister Inga Kirkul Kharain and the assassination of the former Queen Amara Sigisar Kharain. First, I believe we should address the murder of Minister Inga. Would that be acceptable, Prosecutor Sadmati?
No, let's do the other one first, because I can prove you're full of crap.
Prosecutor Sadmati?
Yes, of course. Please proceed. What's with him?
How very unlike you, Prosecutor. Is your mind elsewhere this day?
Not at all, Your Majesty. You really going to be able to go through with this, Nayata?
Well, Prosecutor Sadmati, I would be remiss if I failed to voice a concern of mine. I had heard mention that you were the son of the accused, Dirk Sadmati. Although I suppose the last name should have been a giveaway.
You have heard true. Does that fact pose some sort of problem, Your Majesty?
A father being prosecuted by his own son. Could one possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings intervene?
Yes, without question. Can you really handle this? Even if it is Prosecutor Sadmati, going against his own father is just... How can the son of a criminal even be the prosecutor in the first place? Oh. Dirk.
Fellow citizens, you would do well not to underestimate my son. He's not one to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of his duty. Isn't that right, Naita?
Will not stop until my work here is done.
See, so all you doubters just sit back down before you trip over your own stupidity. Ah, ha, ha, ha. The accused will not take the stand without first being summoned. In any case, if Prosecutor Sadmati has no issue with this arrangement, then let us commence the deliberations.
Objection!
What now? Of course, you. One moment, if you would.
Your Eminence.
Your Eminence, what brings you here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Your Majesty, it would appear the Prosecutor Sadmati does indeed have some reservations. No, that's not true. That's impossible. I really believe you could deceive me, Naita Sadmati. One should hold no reservations if one is to stand on these hallowed funerary grounds. I have none, Your Eminence. No, it is clear we cannot leave this matter to you. We shall handle the prosecution of enemy of the crown, Dirk Sadmati, personally. But remain by our side and bear witness to how a true prosecutor enforces the law. Excuse me? But is the Queen going to prosecute the case? Is that, kosher? There's no need for concern. Before we were crowned Queen, we served as a prosecutor. Really?
As a foreigner, your ignorance can be excused, but know this. The prosecutor in charge of the Queen of Mars assassination case 23 years ago was none other than Her Eminence, Queen Guran Sigatar Karain.
First Your Majesty and now this? Why doesn't anyone ever tell me these things? She tried that. She did that trial too. I'd heard she served as the Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor. I'm guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to Justice Minister. We prosecuted that case 23 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. We had won a guilty verdict in every case up until then, for no lawyer could stand up to us.
I am at a loss for words. I think I would once more bear witness to Her Eminence at work in the Hall of Justice.
My first trial, 23 years. No quarter shall be given to criminals. We shall prosecute them with all our might.
Bring it! I'm ready!
What? What? Oh, what about... She looks so evil! Like, alright, here's your bad guy, everyone. What the... That's Queen Guran? Talk about an extreme makeover. It's all coming back now. The feel of my blood pumping through my veins. Woe to you, O enemies of Karain, for I shall personally slice, dice, and grind you up into hog feed. I don't suppose I can ask her to roll back to her polite pre-makeover personality. Know this, lawyer? Yes? Now that I stand as prosecutor, consider your defense bench a headsman's scaffold. If you wish to leave any last words, I advise you to start thinking of them now. Well, you still have a head with which to think, that is. Meep. She's dead serious. Now, it is time for the divination seance. Rafa, come forth.
benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Your benevolence, I understand it may be difficult for you, but may we proceed with the divination seance?
Yes, let us proceed.
Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I'd advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence.
What's wrong? It's like her mind's anywhere but here. Lots happened since yesterday. On top of the murder of her beloved father, she found out that he'd been planning a coup. Today she'll have to experience his death through his own eyes. Yeah, that'd be enough to shake anyone up. Still, it seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. To speak with our child, it is a mother's duty to discipline her child after all. Yeah. That was probably not good. Wait. Ron didn't do something to her, did she? Oh, most definitely.
Your Eminence, about today's divination seance. As I understand it, the prosecution has yet to review its content.
She didn't need to.
Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan?
Prosecutor Sadmati, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime, therefore I deemed no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. In your bleeding heart, you seek to spare Rafa the trauma of witnessing her father's death. Is that why you've done this?
Not at all.
You're concerned for me, Prosecutor Sadmati. It's oddly compassionate of him, all things considered. Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence, so I believe we could reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance.
You have a point. Personally, I'd like to spare her benevolence any undue misery. Experience the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear.
Prosecutor Sadmati, your Majesty, can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? Can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand.
Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for some much-needed rest?
We shall not. You will spoil her with your feckless words of compassion. Listen well, Rafa. You've spoken time and time again about how grown up you are now. Yes, but... So, then let us see if the royal priestess has truly come into her own. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination seance as you should? Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved. Or Rafa. Is this really a good idea? I guess we'll see. Very well. Let us begin. The divination seance. Nina, my robe. Oh. Looks like Nina's still missing. Because a whole day... It's been a whole day already. Barbed head. Yes? You remove my robe. What? Why me?
Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's ready to begin?
Great, I've been reduced to royal robe remover. Like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nina's replacement.
Very well, your benevolence, please start when you are ready.
Come, Rafa. You know what must be done. There's no turning back now. I know. Final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
All right, here we go. Last time we'll see this. I was curious if this one would be any different since she's like kind of doubting herself. Doesn't seem like it. That's fine. All right, let's see how bad this is for us. Like, just pretty bad or very bad. Also taking bets for, like, the absolute worst. Okay. Oh, no, oh, this part's different. Nothing happened. Wait. Your benevolence. What's wrong? Hold on. Wait. Why did Garan force her to do that, really? This is unacceptable. Bailiff, take your benevolence to the first aid station at once. This is not good. After all that, there's no divination seance. But she was really pushing it. Your Eminence, do you have any idea why her benevolence collapsed so suddenly? It seems she was not ready for what the deceased was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her experience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death. No, there's something else. What did you do? And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. Or someone who's not winning Mother of the Year ever. I mean, of course Rafe is going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. Seems we have no choice but to move on to witness testimony, Your Majesty. Yes, let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness, if you would. Oh, okay. We're starting with Dirk. Is this not the accused? It is indeed. I thought I would give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than a unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution. That seems uncharacteristically fair of her. However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, he, along with his cabal of treacherous lawyers, shall immediately be found guilty. There we go. And their heads will roll from their shoulders. What? Should've known there was a catch. Your court, your rules. Same as it always was, I see, Garan.
Now then, Dirk Sudmati, if you could enlighten us as to what happened. Well, I would if I could.
Did something possess him? Right? Oh, that would mean Garan already has powers, which goes against my other theory. But I feel like she might already have powers.
I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I've no recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least I don't think I did. It's going against everything I believe in.
What's a helpful testimony for sure? That didn't explain squat. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it.
Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sudmati. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, Your Majesty.
Seriously, Dirk? This is no laughing matter. That's exactly what Garan wanted. To have Dirk try to plead his case only to fail miserably. How low can she go? Prosecutor, behold this most unpleasant of spectacles, and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fishbrain lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair.
Yes, Your Eminence, show me the way. Now then, will the defense please begin their cross-examination?
I'd love to.
Oh, this is bad.
Hold it!
You were struck by a sudden dizziness? Was it because of his illness? Is that something that has ever happened to you before?
I can't say it has. Maybe age is catching up with me. I'm no spring chicken after all.
That's not the issue here. A most cunning excuse, one befitting an insidious insurgent. Not really.
Oh.
A killer who does not recall his crime. How very convenient. Next I imagine you will plead insanity. You aim to seek a lesser sentence through excuses and subterfuge, do you not?
Don't make me laugh, Your Benevolence.
Dare you?
I'm merely stating my innocence. I've no intention of offering excuses. It's your baseless speculation I would decry as foolish. You deceitful witch.
Ooh. Got her. Is your wish that I should claim your head right now, in this very hall?
Well, that would certainly speed things along, huh?
Hold it!
We get back on track. Dirk, why don't you let me handle it from here? If there's anything you need to say, you can say it through me, okay? I'm to stop you from needling the queen. Next time you have an objection, you'd better have some proof to go with it, Dirk.
The accused will continue with what he does recall of the crime.
Yes, just keep pressing everything. Do you recall anyone putting the knife in your hand, Dirk?
I wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. You think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son?
Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been there with you. Are we getting an actual objection? You called, Your Eminence. Did she go anywhere without those goons? Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it? No, Your Eminence. We searched high and low, but found no one of the sort. There you have it. Alright, they did search the place. Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape. That's right, no one got in or out without our knowledge. Her Eminence's on-site directives were absolutely flawless. You see now, the presence of third parties beyond the realm of possibility. The Dumos, for all intents and purposes, completely sealed off from the rest of the world.
What a waste of time. Not gonna be any more obvious. Dirk must be the killer.
Thanks for nothing, gallery guy. As if our graves weren't already deep enough. Hughes, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party?
Well, based on the situation you presented, I'd say the chances are slim to none.
You didn't have to agree with her, Dirk. Let the Q statement be added to his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Sudbody, if you would.
The more we press, the thinner our case gets. Well, let's keep pressing and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it too. Alright, we'll push this in the next episode. Alright, so they've kind of revealed Garan as like the main villain. But there's still so much to figure out. So much to figure out. Like, I'm very suspicious of the fact that she really wanted Rafa to do the divination seance and then to have it turn out like it did. That's interesting to me. I'm also curious what the effects are, because that just could potentially make it even more suspicious. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.